Hey, my name is Mike. I'm an iOS developer and I create indie apps like SweatSash, which is available on the App Store today. Click the link below and it really helps if you support my work. Today we're going to implement a list and CoreData into our shopping list app, and we're just going to jump right into it today. So we're right here where we left off, and immediately all we're going to do is I want to add a padding around our H stack, just so that when everything's built, it's a lot easier to read until we start to design it. So we're going to add a list, and we're going to add a text view just to have as a place marker. So items, everything should build or not build. What is going on? Let's see. Oh, I need to add this right in here. I wasn't in the V stack, and so Xcode freaked out. Okay, everything builds. So we have our list and we have our padding. And so immediately we're going to just go into our CoreData file, add an entity right here, click this beautiful button, add an entity and name it shopping list. And then add an attribute and name it string. So we're going to add a little bit more so that when we continue building it, it's already set up for us. So just do yourself a favor, add hot and make it a bool, and add cold, add dry, add, well, is it a dry, add canned, and add, no, we don't need that. So we're just going to take that one out. Hit save and make sure the entity is under manual and none for CodeGen. Then we're going to come down to the editor. We're going to create the NS object. Next, go into your project files, go into model, hit create. For some reason it didn't place it into that, so we're just going to place it in ourselves. So automatically it created a NS managed object for shopping list, and it created an extension with our attributes. We don't need to wrap anything except for our item, because it's the only optional. So do yourself a favor, public var wrap item string, and then item. If there isn't an item, we're just going to return no item found. Command save again. And so that's when we're going to come back into our content view. Two things we need to do immediately. We need to actually bring our managed object context into our content view, and we need to set up a fetch request that will fetch the data out of the persistent container. So we're going to do that right now. I like to put these at the top. So at environment, and then dot managed object context. If I spelled that correctly, it should. I did not spell it correctly, and it's going to give me an error. There is one N in managed. Then var mock build. Everything is building correctly at fetch request, and we're going to use shopping list as our entity. Just a open brackets var list, no, shopping list, which is fetched results from shopping list. So that means we come down to list and we call our fetched results. ID is going to be itself. And then items and list in. And so now we could replace this okay, so this is having a problem. So initializer, ID, row content, string. Misspelled shopping list up here. I put shopping list. It's a shopping list. So that should fix it. Let Xcode catch up. And then it's going to be items and list dot. Remember we wrapped our item. Build. And let's see what else is wrong. Oh man, I'm just messing up completely. It's not shopping item, it's shopping list. There, we need to call the fetched requests, which is right here. Everything now works. We could build it, and if we come up here to button, now we can add a way to save our items. So immediately we're going to let, and let me remember this correctly. This is where I want to put let list equal shopping list mock, and then we are going, oh, it's saying that I need to make it self. Now it's going to be list dot item equals self dot shopping item. List dot can equals self dot canned good, which I had forgotten to add the state variables for that, so we will add all of that. So at state var can good equals false, at state var hot good equals false, Sorry, I clicked on the Siri, and there we go. Okay, so now we will assign all of that. Dot dry equals self dot dry good list dot cold will equal self dot cold good and list dot hot equals self dot hot good. So we have canned good, dry good, cold good, hot good, shopping list, and immediately we have to reset all of our values. To what we originally have them. So self dot cold good equals false. Self dot hot good equals false. Self dot dry good again equals our lovely false, and then self dot canned good equals false. There we go. Now, if we run this, everything should run perfectly. So, make it bigger. There we go. We got our list. It's empty because there's nothing there. Immediately, we're just going to add a wine. Chili. And it's saving. If we close out of the app, it is no longer there. So here's the problem. I completely forgot to have it saved to the mock. So we need to try and then, or we need to save it to the persistent container. Self.mock dot and then call our save function, which you can find that save function in the app delegate over here to right here. So that kind of is where it comes from. And so if we run that again, we should be able to save. So let's try again. A wine, save, close it out, and there we go. So that's all I got. I hope you guys like it. We did everything that we set out to do. Wait for the next parts. We're gonna keep working on this. So, bye guys.